We can start now. Dixie and Rose are here. Usually I say that about my mother-in-law. All right. Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for braving the cold again. From 80 to 30 to 50, it's Pennsylvania, where you can have all 4 seasons in one day. And so thank you for being here. I want to welcome Deb and Amber. I'm sure you remember them. I remember them from my time here, and it's been so much fun to reconnect with them, playing violins. Deb was in the Hanover String Quartet when I was first here, and they played here many times, especially on Palm Sunday, and they were planning to come back and play on Palm Sunday as well. So she got here earlier than I walked into the nave, I should say. And she said, well, we have to have our instruments, the wood of the violins, acclimate to the environment. And I said, well, it's the same thing with our bodies. We have to acclimate to the environment, especially as we get older. In the cold weather, waking up in the morning in the cold weather and the arthritis and stuff, or at least for me, I don't know. It takes me longer and longer to acclimate. But for those of you that came last week, thank you. I apologize for not being here. But we are back today, and what a great crowd. Thank you for all being here. So, yeah. And I'm glad you're here now. Yeah. And I missed you too. Dixie is going to sing with us in the choir after Easter. She's going to sing with us for our special cantata. So anybody else that wants to sing with us, she will... She's a good recruiter. So anyway, without further ado... There comes someone here. There they are. Good. Joanne's here. So good to see you. Yeah. Daryl is my new secretary. He didn't realize he was going to do this when I started this program, but he is now the unofficial secretary. We're still waiting for Jane, I guess. All right, well, we'll get started. So without any further ado, we're going to invite the string players up, and we're going to play a setting of 3 hymns by the arranger, Catherine McMichael. All glory, laud, and honor, crown him with many crowns, and I'd love to tell the story. Feel free to applaud wherever and whenever you want. All right. Are you ready? Deb was asking if there's an alto and a soprano violin part, and they were playing two different parts, one being the alto part, one being the soprano part. Although I would say, I guess, if I'm not mistaken, a viola would play more of an alto line in a symphony, or maybe even the tenor line sometimes, I guess. So yeah, there can be a soprano alto line, although they're playing the same instrument today. Yeah, so very beautiful. Yeah, thank you. We'll go on. It's our call to Lent. This is from Psalm 27, verses 1 through 2. The Lord is my light and my salvation.
Whom shall I fear?
The Lord is the stronghold of my life.
Of whom shall I be afraid?
We're going to continue with the three Lenten hymns, Lenten-like hymns. How can I keep from singing? Jesus, Savior, pilot me, and there is a balm in Gilead. Don't know how much pressure it is to have the two of them sitting behind me, looking at my music, making sure I'm playing the right notes. Yeah. I can't fake it too much. Jane, we are very glad to see you. We were worried about you and looking for you, so we're glad that you are here. We have been reading from the Psalms in Lent, the penitential Psalms. It is Psalm 32. Blessed is the one whose transgressions are forgiven, whose sins are covered.
Blessed is the one whose sin the Lord does not count against them, and in whose spirit is no deceit.
When I kept silent, my bones wasted away through my groaning all day long.
For day and night your hand is heavy on me. My strength was sapped as in the heat of summer.
Then I acknowledged my sin to you and did not cover up my iniquity. I said, I will confess my transgressions to the Lord, and you forgave the guilt of my sin.
Therefore let all the faithful pray to you, while you may be found. Surely the rising of the mighty waters will not reach them.
You are my hiding place. You will protect me from trouble and surround me with songs of deliverance.
I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my loving eye on you.
Do not be like the horse or the mule, which have no understanding, but must be controlled by bit and bridle, or they will not come to you.
Many are the woes of the wicked, but the Lord's unfailing love surrounds the one who trusts in him.
Rejoice in the Lord and be glad, you righteous. Sing, all you who are upright in heart. We're going to continue with a setting of Lord, keep us steadfast in your word for organ. It's a very brief setting by Dietrich Buxtehude. We're going to turn the organ on. I guess I should do that. Or it can be quiet, it can be loud, it can be anywhere in between. It can be so expressive, and I love that sound world or that particular genre of music. I really do. Lead on, O King Eternal, O God, our help in ages past, and onward Christian soldiers. Don't they always make the applause sound so thunderous? real quick before the hymn requests, Pat Hoffman brought me some very special things today. One of them being a birthday card. It says, happy birthday. Since I made another journey around the sun in the last 2 weeks, and so did Amber. So you know. And so did the rest of us. I guess every day we're always making another journey around the sun. We just commemorate it all at a different time. And you gave me the picture, which is up here, I believe. Is that right? Up here on the... No, it was the choir. And the choir loft, sorry. Church choir window, St. Paul. So if you want to take a look at this afterwards, please feel free. I'll have it up here on the piano for you. This is from the Pat Hoffman Historical Society. But no, it's very nice. It really is. Thank you. I'm just teasing her about that. But then she also did ask me a question. She said, how many hymns are in the hymnal? Now, I don't know the specific answer to that without actually looking, but I know it starts at 22 and it goes to 569. So in some of those, there are canticles and stuff, so it depends. So there is a mathematical answer. I just don't have it for you off the top of my head. But if someone wants to count the hymns for next week and let us know, please do. But she said, so out of those 500 hymns, there are 300, she said, that are by Pennsylvanians. One of them being Philip Bliss, which you may know as... Well, Philip Bliss also did the All Is Well With My Soul, but she has Beams of Father's Mercy, and there's Washington Gladden, who wrote, O Master, Let Me Walk With Thee. Henry Van Dyke. Anybody know the Henry Van Dyke tune? Him? Joyful, joyful, we adore thee. Now, we don't have this one in our hymnal, but it is a great hymn. Daniel Towner, Trust and Obey. And there's also Silent Night, was written by, let's find where that is, Pennsylvania, not too far from here either. Yeah, Joseph Moore, I believe, he was up near, off the river there somewhere, Susquehanna, I believe. So, and then there are more than a dozen hymn writers from PA, is what she wrote. No, I can read your writing. I can read your writing. Not everybody can understand what I'm saying. That's the problem. Yes. So thank you for bringing this, Pat. This is very cool. Thank you. I'll leave this picture up here for afterwards if you want to take a look at it. Choir window.
She got that for your information. It's a show that's on, you get on PNC. It had been, went off some time ago. It's called Pennsylvania Show. It's a show real good. And everything on there, and it really got me to the point where you didn't realize how much Pennsylvania did in this country. So it started in Pennsylvania.
The largest of the original 13 colonies. And if you want to take a look at the happy birthday card too, you can. All right, so Deb and Amber are going to play for our hymn request, if you have one from the green or the blue hymnal. 781, My Life Flows On in Endless Song, from the Blue Book. 781. I always feel like sight reading is kind of like a magic trick, you know? It's like, oh yeah, no, you haven't seen this before? No, I haven't seen it before. Of course not, I haven't seen it. But then we make it happen, like magic. All right. I like 1 and 4. How do we sing 1 and 4? And the end, we did this one time before. The end, how can I keep from singing? That keep is long. We have a tendency not to want to sing the keep. That's a long one. 3 beats. It's not how can I keep from singing, how can I keep from singing. So make sure it's long, yeah? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. My life flows on in this song. Cindy does not look very far from her hands, does she?
Jesus.
Yeah.
sing that over and over and over until they're lined up.
Yeah.
Not in the Lutheran church.
No. Well, the church that previously served that, the minister liked to do altar calls, and we can also do like. Just as I added that one, please. Yeah. Good. Well, I would like to end if you have time. It's 12:47 with the piece that I have on the program, the Mendelssohn Fugue, which is just a good sturdy piece. It has a minor feel. Not that the minor feel is always a lengthened feel, but it's just a sturdy tune. It's a piece as an organist love to play because everything just seems to fit under the fingers so well and under the feet. I don't know, just the fugue for me in music is just like putting together a jigsaw puzzle. The pieces just, they just kind of fit together so nicely, depending on how the person plays it, though, I guess. But the pieces should fit together nicely. In this fugue, it really does fit together nicely. So I will do my best, and Amber's going to come up and turn pages for me. Yeah, she didn't know that before the spring moment. I didn't either. But I just remembered that I knew something to turn my pages. Now this is really pressure, but you will know if I'm playing the right notes. Yep. And then before you go, I have something to hand out to everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. He's always built so nicely too. So before you go,
We'll put that mic.
oh, there it is. That's what happens when you get old too. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Jane, for making it. We were worried about you. Thank you for coming again, and come back anytime. And thank you all for being here. And I do have I want to thank Amber and Deb, especially for being here. They will be back to play on Palm Sunday as well, Palm Sunday morning. And for next week, I have a flyer that you can take with you for our guest musician for next week. He actually sang for Kathy and I at our wedding. So I've known him for a long time. So feel free to take this along with you. So I'll see you next week. Thank you.
Ladies, thank you for coming and bringing your talents. And the youth and Christian Lord, I can sit all day.
For next Wednesday. God willing, the crypto rise. Well, yeah. I don't know if he's done, if you know him or not, probably not. Probably not. to you.